I've been on my grind, no wasting time. You see the pressure make diamonds, the money gon' pile, the glow turn to shine. I focus my mind, the flow feel right. Shout out to my slime. I run up a check every time I get the grinding. Hit the slow motion, bitches calling me Miyagi. I'm talking rice on top of rice the way I'm sliding. You can't pull up.
What's good, people? It's your boy Mo Bay. Welcome back to the channel where you learn how to keep it locked, keep it healthy. Now, I've done the pros and cons on locks in general, but long locks are a different story. And once you got locks, you start hitting the shoulder, you're feeling good, boom, you're good to go. But at the same time, they're not really in the way. They might get in your face a little bit, can't see all the way, but they're not really in the way. Not how long locks get in the way. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically the first con. They get in the way. Now, I'm not talking about just eating. Like you're eating some chicken wings, hair in the way. It's all in the way. If you ain't got it pulled back, it's in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? It's not just that. Even with putting on clothes. Say you got your hair loose. You're putting on a hoodie. You go to put that thing on and your hair, your locks, they wrap around the roll of the hoodie as you're trying to slide it down and it pulls it. Come on now. Sometimes when you're taking your shirt off or any top, and it's a long sleeve maybe, you got to pull your hair all the way through the mug. Sometimes a hoodie don't fit because my hair too big to fit in the hole because hair long. Not only that, as well as when you sleep or you chilling, you leaning back, you're laying on your locks. You try to roll over, you're on your locks, you pull them. Fuck around, pull a lock out while you sleep. That's why a lot of times people put their hair in a bun, updo, wrap it up. Because they don't want to lay on it, roll on it, pull a lock out by accident. Even on the edges, the tips, that's a lot of times what happens when people with long locks, they lose the tip of their locks. Because they slept on it, leaned on it, laid on it, pulled it, it came apart. The last thing that'll probably be along the lines of, well, same thing as getting in the way, is say if you got to do something, your hair is down, right? Maybe you got to pick something up or look up under something. Hair gonna be on the ground, ain't it? Then you gotta put it up, put it out the way, all the way, so you ain't all over the floor. You know what I'm saying? Con number 2, it can get hot. It can get hot. Now, I'm not saying you can't take the heat, because even people with the short locks, they feel the heat too. I know y'all feel it, but when they're long and they make the back of their neck sweat, and you're like, oh, I got to get this off my neck. That's when you start feeling it for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, damn, it's hot today, yeah. Especially if you don't have a retwist and you don't got the airflow going through on the scalps. Come on now. It's going to hold in all the humidity to the scalp. And it's going to make you hotter. Because the heat escapes from the head. Another thing, some people see it as a con. It's not too much of a con, but kind of, sort of. Products. Sometimes you got to use more of a certain product as your hair gets longer. It only makes sense. But at the same time, it's going to make you have to buy more product. So you're going to have to spend a little bit more money. So that's why some people see it as a con, but it also makes sense with the journey as far as your hair growing. Something else that makes sense that people see as a con is your hair takes longer to dry. It can be annoying, very. Especially if you do air drying or whatever the case may be. You got a towel, your towel get too damp. You got to go use another towel. Then that towel get damp, you got to use another towel. There's a lot of water that gets trapped in those locks the longer they get, because the more water they're able to hold because there's more hair. Like, it makes sense, but at the same time it is annoying, so therefore it's a slight con. Last but not least, related to getting wet, these locks, they get heavy. And I'm not talking about just heavy when they're wet. I'm talking about heavy like this. Like, I can feel the weight of it. My neck is probably getting way stronger than what it was before I had locks. I'll tell you that much. But the hair does get heavier, especially if you got the thicker locks. You'll feel it a little too, you know what I'm saying? When it weighs down with the water weight, out the pool, out the beach, you're gonna notice. You're gonna try to put that hair up in a ponytail or a bun or whatever the case, and it's gonna be heavier because you got that water weight added to it. That's just one of the things you gotta live with, man. Well, that's it as far as I know for the cons of having long hair. If you know something else that you dealing with that annoys you, go ahead, put it in the comments. I'll say something else about it, you know what I'm saying? Bring it up again, you know what I'm saying? Just because I missed out, in case I missed out. Now, moving on to the pros. Of course, we like to end off on a positive note. So starting off, The longer your locks get, the more respected you will be as far as people in the lock community and inspired by the lock community. People that look up the locks, that they'll look at you like, oh, your locks are long, you're in here, you got it. You got it made. They look healthy. You must be doing good for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they do look healthy. You know what I'm saying? Got them clean, got them healthy. It's a retwist done, a style done, or even if it's just freshly washed and it's moisturized. Still, you're gonna look like the king or queen that you are, and you're gonna exude that confidence. It's gonna be oozing out. People gonna be able to tell by the way you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? Another pro is once they get longer, they're easier to maintain. And not only that, a double on this one, they're more versatile as they get longer. There's more styles that you can do. Now, it depends on how thick they are as well. The thicker your locks are, the less styles you can do, especially if you got the wicks. But as they get longer, you can do a little bit more. The longer your hair gets, the more styles, more versatile you can be. And it is easier to maintain. Now, yeah, you gotta keep it moisturized, boom. As long as you keep it together, you should be good. And it's not really much you have to do. You know what I'm saying? Wash and moisturize. If you don't want to style it, you should be good to go. And last but not least, your new growth, as you grow them out and you don't get a retwist, is more accepted than if they were shorter. You know what I'm saying? So like if you got the longer locks and they're not retwisted, you can't see the scalp, but they're long enough to where it really doesn't matter, ain't nobody really gonna say nothing. Unless you like had it like that for a long time and then wondering like, hey bro, when you gonna get your shit retwisted? But other than that, motherfucker don't know you don't, they don't know. As long as it's clean, moisturized, healthy, you feel me? You good. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing else. They gonna say, oh, you got the nappy head. Oh shit, look ugly, look dusty, look busted. And if it look dusty, look busted, look nappy, then if a duck is a duck is a duck is a duck. You know what I'm talking about? If you're good, you're good. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody else tell you different. I don't care what these people, oh, motherfucker don't wash his hair, da 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 da, boom boom boom. If they don't know, they don't know. Leave it at that. And keep it moving forward. You know what I'm talking about? Long lock pros and cons. Just want to come at y'all, let y'all know what's going on, what to expect if you're not there yet. And if you got any questions or anything I left out, put it in the comments, let me know. And until next time, it's your boy Mo Bay. And I'm out. Peace.
I like when she softly sings to me. Come on, baby, be my freak. Leap, meet it with me. I got meat for cheap. Don't play with me, baby. C a G. Fiendish for that body weekly. Thinking about you daily, making you my baby. Don't be acting crazy, we gon' see. I come through with boppers and choppers. My partners, they rosters, them crosses. If you cannot stop us, she properly.